Hey, what's up, hockey fans? This is Deep from Hockey Night in Canada, Punjabi. Stanley Cup Final gets going in a matter of days. The Florida Panthers versus the Edmonton Oilers. And today, bringing you a very special conversation with Florida Panthers captain and two-time Selke winner, Alex Barkov. That's right. Barkov's joining me here in a couple of seconds, but we will have the broadcast of Game 1 on Omni Television, so make sure you tune in. And why wait any longer? Let's welcome in Alex Barkov. Alex, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. So you're behind the scenes a little bit. You're coming up straight out of a workout, and I was listening to one of your former teammates, Jason Demare, talk about your workout regimen, talk about how post game you'd hit the gym with Vinny Trocheck and just some habits. You played with Jaromir Jagr for a few years. How much of that work ethic or those maybe those tendencies did you pick up for Jaromir or learn from him?
Yeah, I did a lot. Obviously, he was the one of those guys that actually like showed the way, lead the way for me, and kind of taught me, uh, teach me how to be like professional hockey player, and obviously like work ethic on the ice and all that kind of stuff. But it also matters a lot what you do off ice and how you prepare yourself and that kind of stuff. So yeah, I picked up a lot of different things from him, and obviously like try to twist them and make them good for me as well. So yeah, he was huge for me.
Well, you've done a fantastic job. Your team is in the Stanley Cup Final for the second straight year. And on that note, a couple of days away from the Stanley Cup Final, do you feel nervous? Do you feel excited? What's the mindset? What's the feeling inside right now?
Uh, Excited for sure. Just cannot wait to play again. I know it's been a while since last Saturday, so but it's a good time to recover a little bit, get some rest, and get some practices in with the team, and ready to go on Saturday again. So yeah, we're very excited.
You mentioned, the journey. This year, of course, you get some rest, you get some opportunity to kind of to heal maybe some of the wounds that have been going on over the last couple of rounds. But even the journey going back to last year, and unfortunately, you can't win last year, but you start off the season and take me back to the off season. What's the message from the leadership, such as yourself and the management and the coaching staff, to the guys to say, hey, it didn't happen last year, but this is what the mindset has to be moving forward and to get you back to the spot.
Yeah, I mean, it was great for us actually. Like I know obviously going that far and not coming up with that ultimate goal that we had. Of course, like everyone's sad and that kind of stuff, but at the same time I think it fueled us to become better as every single player, as an individual, and then as a team as well. Like we went through that. We went all the way to the final. Like we saw it from up close how hard it is to win the whole thing, and it really did fuel us. So everyone came back like even more excited than last year, and more prepared to work even harder. And ever since that, it's been a fun ride.
Yeah, it's been great to watch as well, the style you guys play and the mentality. It's something that, as a viewer or somebody that covers the game, it's a very fun brand of hockey to watch. I'm sure it's very physically demanding as well. From a captain's perspective, you've been captain of the Florida Panthers for over 5 years now. And, just take me into your leadership style because obviously every captain's a little different. But what has influenced your leadership style in terms of just becoming who you are in the NHL?
Yeah, I mean, I think the most important thing, like, just to be yourself. Like you don't have to be something else when you become a captain. Like you don't need to change like literally anything. Obviously, there's some obligations you need to do, like more stuff as a captain, but at the other than that, like you just be yourself on the ice, off ice, lead by the way you want to. Like some guys are more vocal, some guys are more leaders on the ice, like some guys more leaders off ice. And I think I'm just trying to work as hard as possible on ice, off ice, and that's my style. Like I'm trying to be as good as possible for my teammates and lead by that.
So I've, done some reading on you. I know you're a fan of tennis. You're a fan of soccer as well. AC Milan is your team apparently, which is, you know, the rivals are winning these days in the elite, but I'm sure AC will be back at the highest of levels. But when you talk about leadership, whether it's the NHL or other sports, are there certain captains that you look at or leaders in sports that you've been motivated by or you try to learn from?
That's a good question. I know I feel like in soccer, it usually like even the captains like they change a lot from game to game. Like there's not one guy, so I'm not very familiar with that. But obviously in hockey, I've been around some great captains. Like even starting from when I played in Finland, I had great people, great leaders, and here in NHL, like every single captain that I had before me, I learned a lot from them. They they helped me a lot in in different ways to become better hockey player and a person on ice and off ice. So I think hockey is the sport where uh, obviously there's like captain has a huge role, and all the assistants and that kind of stuff, they have a huge role.
I know players don't like to focus on this, but media sometimes has to focus on stats that are important to us. You talked about your Finnish background, of course, and being the captain. If you were to win the Stanley Cup, you'd be the first Finnish captain of all time to win the Stanley Cup. Are you aware of that? And if that does happen, what would that mean to you?
Well, yeah, I heard it for the first time last year when we made the finals, and somebody told me that it's first time. But I mean, just to win the cup is my goal, and doesn't matter how it happens. And that's my goal. That's our goal here in our room, and every single day we work really hard for it. So it's it's a fun ride, and obviously you wanna do everything possible to achieve your goal.
Well, let's get into the matchup a little bit as well. You're taking on the Edmonton Oilers in the Stanley Cup Final, and the matchup role. You're a Selke winner, two-time Selke winner. How much pride do you take in that matchup role and shutting down the opposition? I know it's not only you, but this is something that you've excelled at, and the stats back it up. We look at the last three series. You've been doing your job really, really well. How much pride do you take in that?
Well, like you said, it's not only me. Like it's the whole team. It's our systems. It's our style, how we play. We wanna obviously play as good as possible defensively, and then at the same time we want to have the puck as much as possible and play offense in offensive zone. So, and of course myself, like I've always tried to be a two-way player, whether I have to defend or I have to be on offensive side of the puck. So uh wherever I am, I'm trying to be as good as possible. So obviously I know who are we gonna play against, and they have really good team, really good players, and you just have to be ready every single second on the ice.
Well, somebody who's watching this series, we've all kind of, circled the matchup between you and Connor, obviously two of the elite players in the game. How do you and your team defend against him with his speed, his skill?
Uh, every team has a great players. I know like Connor is unbelievable player. He's been uh probably like the best player in the league for a long time now, and uh offensively, and probably never seen anything like that. So obviously it's gonna take the full team, full five guys on the ice to defend against him. And at the same time we gotta know like they have a lot of other guys who are really good and who can score and who can make plays. So it's gonna be great matchup for sure.
Well, we're all looking forward to it. We're going to be airing the games on our network as well on our show. So, Aleksander Barkov, thank you very much for joining me on Hockey Night in Canada Punjabi today. Appreciate it and best of luck moving forward here, and hopefully chat with you again soon.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thanks, Alex. And that was our conversation with Alex Barkov, captain of the Florida Panthers. You can make sure to tune in on Hockey Night in Canada Punjabi this coming Saturday. We've got game one. Tell us what you thought of that interview. Make sure to comment, like, and subscribe. We'll catch you next time.